And here we have the main church in the village. It says here it's closed to visitors, but I think there's a way in. Yeah, not supposed to be in here, but I had to come in and see this. I think the church is from the 1880s. And from up here, a great view of the entire village. Look at this, amazing. All the buildings about the same size. And the church down there, the main church. And up here, it's a school. And I'm sure some of the kids were quite happy when they were told that the school was closing down, but then probably it set in. They had to leave and never come back. And perhaps some of the teachers as well, when they first heard about it, school closing down, maybe they were kind of happy and stoked about that, but then they realized they could never return, and maybe people realized that school not such a bad place after all, even for teachers. Well, perhaps not for the teachers, but for the kids at least. And it's a big village, big town. And some people are living down there in the outskirts of the town, I guess. But no Greek people. They all had to leave, never to return, I guess. Oh, there's a church up there as well. It's up there. Maybe I should try to go up there. It's a long way. Yeah, the Greeks never returned. Not allowed. But I guess being forced to leave is better than being massacred, which happened to a lot of people, unfortunately. People who lived here in this town, they were Greek. They had lived here their entire lives. They'd never been to Greece. They didn't want to move there. And when they were thrown out of this place and left for Greece, they were not always welcome there either. They didn't fit in anywhere. So they had a lot of problems, many of those people. And some of them never told friends, family that they created in Greece, that they originally came from this area, that they were one of those people who were exchanged. They never felt at home anywhere, those people. All they wanted to do was to go back home, which was in towns like this. Not allowed. And way up there, another church. Let's go up there. And when I was up there, I could see another church down here. And more tourists showing up as well. Hopefully the church down there is not closed off, so I can enjoy the interior without being stressed out about some security guard showing up, giving me a fine or something. Although I haven't seen any such people here at the location. If this one is closed as well, I'm pissed off. The lower church, 19th century. Okay, so it's from the 1800s. Their church closed for safety reasons, of course. Can I get in here? Probably harder, because here's the entrance and the security. So that's going to be difficult. Take a look inside, and hopefully that's allowed. It's like a fortress, this church. And there's a ticket office there. They're going to see me if I jump the fence. So. Don't really understand the thing about security. or the safety issue here. Is this really unsafe compared to walking up there in the ruins? Hardly. I spent hours at this location here now and walking around, and still haven't seen everything. Could probably spend days walking around here. And with a guide it would be so much more interesting, of course. So much I don't know about this place. But I know that the people who were told to leave, they only had like a day or two to pack. It's not like they had weeks to prepare, and then they shipped down to the harbor and boats waiting for them to leave, go to Greece, a country they had never visited, probably most of them. But they spoke the language. But this was their home here in Turkey. They had their Greek village, and the people here, they lived side by side with the Muslims for centuries with not much problems going on, until problems arrived. I guess something to do with the balance of power. And it works until it doesn't work. They lived side by side but separate. They did not integrate with each other, and they kept their own traditions and culture, so quite foreign, even though they lived in the same area. They didn't intermingle much, stayed to themselves with their own people. And before I came here, I saw a video about a guy who came here to the town and walked around. And he claimed that the town was from 3000 BC, making it 5,000 years old. Older than the pyramids. Kind of mind-boggling to me that someone would believe something like that. It looks very old. But this is what happens to buildings when left unmanaged. Buildings are from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and certainly not older than the pyramids. But people don't really learn so much history anymore in school. That's why they might think something stupid like that. But it does look old. But older than the pyramids, I think this place would be an even bigger attraction than it is. But even now, it's very interesting. People should promote it as a tourist attraction. But I guess the history here, it's kind of sad story, and people were forced to leave. Maybe not what they want to show, the story behind it. And walking down there, I was confronted by a very nasty dog. I guess I walked into someone's backyard. I need to be a little careful here. That was a very frightening dog. He was like scary. I almost wet my pants. And as I'm standing here at this great viewpoint, looking at the city, I'm thinking about the relationship between Greece and Turkey. I hope they're doing fine. Hope the relationship is all right these days. And I think that in most cases, regular people get along just fine. Regular people who just want to live their lives in peace and harmony. While politicians, they see certain advantages in conflict, something they might achieve. So, cannot always be trusted, those people. But when it comes to just regular people, they're not the ones starting the wars and conflicts. It's always the politicians, always the people who are our overlords. And they're not the ones risking anything. They're not the ones fighting in the trenches if there's war. They're always safe. The ones who start these things. But I think the relationship between Greece and Turkey is just fine. I haven't heard anyone from Turkey saying something bad about Greece, and while I wasn't sure Greece, I never heard anything about Turkey. So, although there might be some tension going on, there has been tension for thousands of years, so still probably something going on, but not much, I think, these days.